Yeah, and like there's rigorous courses you got to go through, and there's a background check too, isn't there?
Well, it goes. This is what I had to do just for the non-restricted, which for anybody that doesn't know what that is, that's just hunting rifles, like long guns.
Yeah.
It's like hunting rifles and shotguns. That's pretty much fucking it. And so you have to take up the PAL course. When you take that, it's like a one-day course. It takes like 8 hours. And then when you do that, you got to do a practical test and a written exam, and you got to get an 80, at least an 80 on both of them to pass. And then when you pass, you got to go and pay for, like, you need to basically do the same thing you need to do to get a passport. You got to go, like, pay to have your picture taken and shit. And then fill out this shit, this form. And you got to get 2 references, like 2 people
yeah.
that you know, to, like, for the RCMP are going to call them and be like, yo, is he a fucking nutcase that's going to, like, fucking, you know, shoot up a school or some shit? And it's like, you got to do that, and then it's like if you were like recently divorced, or if you just broke up with your girlfriend, then they have to call them too. And if they're like, oh yeah, he's a nutcase, then fucking they won't get you. And then anyway, you send it to the RCMP, and then when it gets to the RCMP, there's a 40-day waiting period where it sits in the office for 40 days as they call it a cool down period. You know, just in case I went and did all that other shit, I'm still planning on fucking going blowing somebody's fucking face off.
Right.
You know, that 40 days is supposed to cool me down. And then and then after the 40 days, then they open it up, then they fucking like examine shit, then they call your references, then they do all this shit, and then they decide. It's not like a guarantee. Like, if they decide that, like, oh, we don't want to give this guy a fucking firearms license, they'll just be like, nah.
Yeah.
No firearms license for you. And then you get the mail. It literally takes from 6 months to a year. I did the course and sent my shit out 8 months ago, and I just got it yesterday.
Right.
Like, so, like, that's the difference people don't get of, like, when people are like, oh, ban, like, what, like, you know, people shouldn't be able to own them because it's like, oh, it's too easy to get. No, it fucking isn't. Maybe in the States